This is the Simpit, this is Michi Hoyer, and this is a start full of mistakes. With that stream, technical issues, a little bit unawareness, and a little bit fail. However, we're going to take out the Audi R18 etron quattro around Nordschleife, not Nordschleife, but Nürburgring. And I've just driven the Porsche, right 10 minutes ago, and looking at this setup, there's a lot more setup possibilities on the Aero. There's a lot less setup possibilities on the chassis. There is a fixed up to third gear and a lot less gears available here for the Audi gears. Holy, how are you supposed to do like close to 400 an hour kilometers on? Not right. Right at this point, I do like the Porsche more already. Setup wise, like that does not make a total sense. Where would you do like 400 kph? You not even do that on Le Mans. So the setup or the downforce set was pretty high in the other race. Keep it standard right here. Yeah, Wolfgang, not really sponsored by, but like by mistake, eaten them. Deploy mode manual. Anything else is pretty much the same. We just test drive the car once. So the good thing about this, you do see more over those little side parts. However, I'm not happy with that as well. Probably that is all right. Save the car. Here we go. That is all right. That is practice. Alright, with what I just did now, I have the issue to not see something on the right hand side. So I'm definitely missing triples. And very soon the issue I was just saying about the gears will become obvious. Hey Willie. Oh, I just tested the Porsche. Alright, attention. Long straight coming up. And we're boosting. I forgot to set boost buttons. Here we go. Look at that. 6th gear, 7th gear. Not. 7th gear is not even available. Alright, I have no clue where the apex is though. totally unused to sitting on the right hand side like in the UK. This is what the biggest issue is for me right now in the Audi. And guys, don't get me wrong, I might even stop maybe after the first race in that car because I'm not liking that at all. I definitely prefer the Porsche. Porsche has a lot better sounds, in my opinion. But the Porsche car in general makes a lot more sense to me. So despite probably that lap is not being valid, I'm not sure. We're coming around 141.2. I mean, I haven't adjusted the power mappings yet. But this car is awfully boring. Feels like having a little bit more aerodynamical grip than the Porsche. But yeah, Willie, I would prefer like sitting in the Indy right now. And before you ask, guys, no, I haven't bought that yet. Because I had so much issues with the payment system anyway. And despite that, no. I mean, you know, there's that meme, you know, in the internet where it says you got a Steam wallet, you look in your own wallet and it's empty. And in iRacing, it's literally like that. So oh well, what you want to do, either you spend the money for renting content you never own, or you keep the money. Oh, thank you very much, William. I'm honored from being watched by you guys there, to be totally honest. So despite me being a FSR champion or not, I'm happy to be here for you. I'm happy you're enjoying this. Thing I'm not enjoying is what you can see right now. A, waiting, B, loading games, and C, ages. Possibility to readjust the camera a bit. That camera has a weird position today for some reason. Alright, options, controls, custom stuff, because we want to have boost hold and a boost no boost toggle. There you go, set up the very same way. Hey Sir Gumbo. No, I haven't installed iRacing on an SSD, it's on a hard drive disk, on a standard hard drive. Brakes, brake ducts, I want to have that the very same like on the Porsche. All the other things. I cannot understand the gearing of that car. I simply can't. Where am I supposed to do 388 kilometers an hour on the Nürburgring? Probably would not even reach that on a Nordschleife. You know, right now I'm at that point where I received the 40% off, the 20% off, because you own 40 parts or more. Nice, and thank you very much iRacing on giving some reward on that, but in general, how would you rate it that you make your game like public and you can access anything you want offline for like paying $50 once for the game itself, and then people can play stuff offline as much as they want, even though if you say you make payable content. But the thing that you... And that is a sad story, you know. There's so much potential being wasted by buying content to a system that you actually never own. This is like if I go to my shopping cart and I plug the euro in for making use of it, I have to like pay another €5 to have transportation corps or transportation carts to carry it from the trolley to my car, but have to give them back afterwards, but the €5 are gone. Oh well. So yeah, Monza is exactly right. The 20 off is nice, but I've spent like €600 already on that racing system. Anyway, we're in that next race, starting from P16. Christopher Mies is in here, and I think he's a real racing driver. I might be wrong though. Anyway, start, here we go. Oh. This time I caused the trouble. Ooh. I'm considerably happy to not being completely shot yet. In before that happens. Oh genius, well done. Let me guess, damage, roll. Not bad, not bad. I can actually drive. Still can make left-hand corners though. Like the fact how with increasing speed I need to turn the wheel more to the left in order to still go straight. Contact. Someone is in flames here, that looks nice. Where's my pit box? There we go. Okay. No. I forgot to damn take out the fuel again. Yep, N7, you are totally right. I mean, you know, now I can't even really compare the car. Am I racing this guy for position? Probably am. Do I see how much energy I have on that wheel. Probably not as good as in the Porsche, so another minus on the Audi, I think. I'm not making use of that. Because I definitely want to have an overview on how much energy I still have left in the car. I mean, for fuel saving this car is great because probably the longest gear ratio you can ever imagine for having it on a race car. Yeah, Michael Thompson, probably you have one fast repair on that car for that race. Let me see if the mirror gives you on something. I would love to see. Can't get the mirror array right now. Oh, Mr. Mulder got crashed as well again. He mourned in the last race we did in the Porsche about the driving skills of people. This Porsche seems easier to drive though, or is it just me having some more practice on them cars now? Is it just me, or looks the car behind really weird in terms of the model? So Michael Gate is currently running in first spot, and he was running in the Porsche 911 GT3 series, quite often in the top split and in the top position. Right, let's boost the all out of this car. What? This battery was there in minutes. Not minutes, but seconds. Have you seen how damn hard the engine power was being sucked away by me pressing the button? And the energy was like full. So I now have 100% of power available. I want to see how quick that is gone. Wow. Yeah, losing speed right here in the 6th gear because it's too damn long. So Nosa, to be totally honest, if you want to have real fun engine-wise, power-wise, managing-wise, I would tend to stay with the Porsche. Despite it feels like the Audi is easier to control. I have not even a clue what the top speed was on the straight. Let me just resave some energy and then simply do it again. All right. And probably for checking and comparing top speeds, the Porsche reached. Ooh, I must be lying, but let it be 286 in the 7th gear. Alright, let's check for top speed then. This is the fastest I can go, 285. So I would say literally the same, but with a lot of wasted energy here on the Audi. Like the Audi's gear would enable it to go it to like 400 kph closely. There's a bunch of cars ahead. Is there anything to gain for us still? Mr. Nützelmann is right in there. 1.5 seconds. Yeah, the energy is consumed extremely fast in that car. We have a final chance on Nützelmann. Forced him into a mistake. You know, I was out on power right when I exited the corner towards the main, to the back straight. So we come in P24. To be totally honest, guys, if I would have a recommendation on which car to get, it's definitely the Porsche. Until that point. Hey, Chris Ellis. Have you just been in that split with us, Chris? I saw some Ellis guy in here. Let me have a quick look. Oh no, that was Philip Ellis. Close. So yeah, a lot of... No, I don't want to even call it that. Because even... Nah, not really. 6MJ. Oh, Megajoule. You're talking about Megajoule. But I think, yeah, the engine, the electrical engine of the Porsche is much more technologically advanced. There you go. No worries, and N7 Moza. You're welcome to be here and get some information you wanted. And I'm happy if I can help you on that aspect. I mean, it's just my personal view. And I don't want to mention at that point that I do not like Audi as a brand itself. I did it though. However, this is not the way like I'm being biased on that Audi over the Porsche. It's just, you know, that car doesn't make any sense. You know, you have a fixed 6 gear that enables the 6 gear to turn or to run at maximum speed of 388 kph. You won't reach that. You won't ever reach that in Le Mans as well. Like, this 6 gear is a totally waste right now as this Audi R18 exists. What is the flywheel? you guys talking about? So yeah, that car is really off to me. Can I sell the Audi, William? Can I? Really? Kidding, right? You're not gonna get reimbursed by iRacing by any circumstances, isn't it? I mean, you can be damn lucky for getting $4 for running 8 out of 12 weeks of a series. Hashtag reimbursement. And I'm sorry, Sean, I know you love iRacing. And I'm not saying that this sim is bad in general. It got some really nice features any other sim doesn't have. But at some parts or at some points, this iRacing system is just pathetic. Yeah, William, there you go. Although, have you seen that? That flying Audis? Is that the flywheel you're talking about? Also, I think William was joking. Right, so... Well, I can't think of anything else but simply get into the car, drive it out, get in some practice in again. Happily, for those of you who haven't noticed it yet, iRacing was so kind and finally changing my name from Michael Hoyer to Michi Hoyer. So finally I'm recognized and one and the same name all over the world, which is great. So let's keep in mind we did a 138 in the Audi, in the Porsche. And while practice, I hope that I will be able to take the car out once, power a bit more, and then have a comparison lap together with the Porsche. I mean, you know, the interesting thing, as fast as the electrical power is wasted on the straights, as quickly it recharges. But the problem is like that, you now reach 100% still braking, this energy is simply gone. So if you have a larger battery, but maybe not the best region on the Porsche, because that region could be a little higher to my liking, even on maximum region. The good thing about this is actually there is no energy wasted. Right now, having 100%, every little more brake I'm using is simply pointless. And look at the charge, it remains the same. The Porsche was recharging itself when going down the straights. Don't turn in on me. If you... Oh, for crying out loud, you've just given me suspension damage. So top speed is 293, but I'm simply pulling over because of the suspension damage I have. I do not like the engine sounds. You hear like being more sitting on an electrical engine. So the engine noise is not going to be heard at all, really, or very, very silent. You hear the turbo a lot. But you know, when you hear that turbo on that electrical engine noise, you would think you would burn a lot from the battery, but in fact you don't. Mossad, they pretty much updated the Z4 GT3 of BMW, but they've done a lot to the car, as far as I know. What you have to say about the Audi is that it is much more stable than the Porsche. either on the braking or in general while cornering. There's a lot more stability on this Audi. But I can't get, you know, 6th gear, here you go. The 6th gear is like full economy mode. Interesting. So all up is basically for trash. We have like 4 minutes left before we have another 10-minute race, and this will be definitely the last race for me in the Audi. Not sure what my team is planning, but if I not have to, I'm definitely not running this car ever again. Simply not because it's utter crap. I mean, it's even more enjoyable than some Cadillac or some other random car on iRacing. I mean, it's enjoying to drive, isn't it? Looks pretty fast, it is pretty fast, there's a lot of downforce, literally type of character stuff that I usually like. But with a Porsche being significantly more to my liking, this will be the wrong car for me. And I think the stability comes from the rear NTC. Front NTC can be turned down as well. Like that would be the very same running on the Porsche. Let's see if we can actually have one good lap. And by good I also mean free. So thanks to the traction control, definitely the car is a lot more aggressive right here, which is pretty much wanted, obviously. Let's have a look how good iRacing did the balance of performance. Remember in that when pushing hard in that Audi, in the Porsche, I did a 153.35.9, and I'm giving it a lot of power boost right now. That is gonna end in tears for my lap anyway. We're coming around, making it 138.8. For me, the Porsche is definitely quicker. I might be wrong. I mean, you know, ambient temperatures or track temperatures back and forwards, but 3.5 seconds in the prototype car. I mean, 34 degrees to what we had last time. I think it was something around 27. 3.5 seconds. I mean, I lost a good half a second in the final turn, but still, it's still a 2 second gap, which I believe it does not exist, or it should not exist. I've never driven the Mazda Pro car, so the Formula 1 or Formula car of Mazda. I've never driven that. I drove the MX-5, and you know, the MX-5 is the most ridiculous roadster for me. Why? Because That car should be heavy RF, should have no downforce, should have the weight right at the front, and yet this car is turning pretty brilliant. Maybe just because of the weight being at the front, but you know, despite this car feels heavy, slow, and stubborn, it actually has a proper turning. To me, this Mazda MX-5 does turn a lot better than a GT3 car. No joke. So yeah. Quickly answering some messages because I think I'm gonna be busy tonight. So for those of you still watching, we have another special event tonight. Michael Clark has given us another challenge on the Nordschleife with a Porsche 917K in Project Cars 2, and we have to do it quicker than a 7-minute 36. So that is what is going on this end. Not sure if they're gonna do it tonight though, or whether they're gonna do it Sunday, because I might have some different tasks to do tonight still. So I probably would have to do it at some other point. So if some of you guys still see Michael Clark, please tell him I'm very sorry, but I probably have to postpone the challenge. I accepted the challenge, so I will carry that out. I'm looking to do it on Sunday, if I have chances to do so. Can we do a full 2 laps? Probably not. Let's just simply see. Display page hybrid. Speed. Hybrid speed. Hybrid speed. Alright, what is the hybrid for, really? Hey Arnold! Thank you for joining. So guys, want to place your bets? Do we make it safe through lap 1 this time? Nah, I'm out of coffee. Hey Ludo Drifting, thank you for joining. Pit crew is currently taking out the new Audi R18 around Nordschleife. How much seconds I do actually need to yield? Gotta go TV. That is the gloves of feel, so the SR1 feel gloves. If you want to order a pair, have a look at the review. I have done that review around January, I think. It's here live on the channel, can be seen on the Simpit, and it's a 10-minute review where I actually talk a whole lot about those feel gloves. So they are written F33L like this. This is an F at the very front. They're brilliant. They are super thin. You have like a real feel of the wheel. It's like wearing a second pair of skin. This car drives like it had that body in the boot. Arnold, that is pretty much spot on. This car has no drive, no engine power, no engine sound that insists power. It has no electrical energy, if you ask me. This car is a pain in the ass, to be totally honest. Alright, fingers crossed. Wanna have one clean race at all. Now starting in position number 15? 16 again. You know, looking at the grid, there is a lot of guys I do know, I do respect, and I know of them that they have possibility and racecraft to do good. Alright, lights, here we go. Can't believe we actually made it clean. But as Arnold already said, it feels like we're racing a dead car. Having a little bit of space to the cars behind now. Let's see what we can do at the front. Keeping it clean through here. No power here. I'm shifting that too early though. Into the top 10. Alright, I'll let him go, otherwise the pass would not have been clean and legal anyway. In this car, or in those cars in general, you have to do trail braking. Why? The moment you coast, you're not regaining energy. So you waste energy by not trail brake. You're not sitting in that car and according to engine sounds feel like you do 280 kilometers an hour. You simply not feel it. Taking that spot. still having 0 incidents, which is great. You always hear the brake system work. Electrical noise. You save the energy. Keeping it a bit closer here. Rip in the back. Taking that next spot, working our way through. Oh yeah, P5 now. So someone has run away right at the front. As far as I can see, we still have chances for further positions. There we go. No. This is gonna end in tears. Yep. Ah, you got to be kidding, right? Back into 10th position then. Totally unnecessary. What? You're giving me the fault? I was sandwiched, but never mind. Yeah, F Mercury, you're probably right. This is feeling like proper online lobby racing. No fucks given. Sorry for the language though. Thank you. Where did that car come from? I'm sorry, but when you come out of the pits like that, and I'm expecting that exactly to be the case, I do not know what to say then. Chopper. No? How did that car come there? Who was it anyway? Thomas R. Martins. He was simply going super slow there. I mean, a broken front end, yes. I didn't simply see him. I did not simply see him. Anyway, chaps, I have no clue why he was going so slow. Anyway, the good thing about this week is we cannot gain any safety rating, we cannot lose any safety rating, which is good. On the other side, which is bad, because I'm gonna be demoted to B class, but probably you don't want to have any A class license anyway. If things are like that. Alright, guys, that's about it. Yeah, race. I was warned before with that race, with that week 13 thing being a complete issue, but I did not think or know that it was like that pathetic, really. And well, I mean, you know, I could go on and drive those cars, and the car felt fun in the end, really. The only thing is you have no power. You know, you click on that button to deploy the power, and pff, the battery's gone. So that is much more accurate than the Porsche. I prefer the Porsche a lot more over the Audi. And yeah, I mean, that's about it, isn't it? And yeah, other than that, guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope I could help you a bit when deciding for either going an Audi or either going to Porsche. I will put the link of the videos into vice versa, so you can jump around having a look at both cars. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all your honesty as well. And I hope to see you back soon when we go racing live again. Not sure when that is going to be the case, because I'm doing the Formula 3 simulation job in the next weekend, and I'm gonna leave town for that and have a 550-kilometer travel towards the sim. I'm not going to be here tomorrow or day after tomorrow, but there's content coming for you. I got shot in some special things, so you will see something new on my end. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for being here. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that like button, tell your friends, share, subscribe to the channel, join the Patreon group. This is a great thing, the Patreon group. I quickly bring that up once. Patreon, here we go. So this is the Patreon group of the Simpit. Currently having 77 Patreons, and the benefit you get from it is you are part of a Discord channel. As soon as you go, I think as a race engineer, so you will be part of what I'm doing wrong. You contribute to the show directly by being part on the Simpit chat. You're gonna have special live videos that you're gonna see early before it's been published to the wide audience. That is the good thing about this Patreon program, though, because despite being on there and supporting Sean Cole or the Simpit in a special way, the show stays exactly the same. So whatever the Simpit guys and the pit crew guys are seeing first, you as a standard watcher from the audience, you will see exactly the same. So there is no like premium thing where you see things over the others. You just see it more early, and you get early access and sneak previews and very special deep look behind the scenes of the show. So I can only encourage you to do that. Other than that, guys, I would like to thank you so much for being here. This is the Simpit. I'm Michi Hoyer, and I see you out on track.